think it's good if we laugh. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Kim McMillan. You probably remember Kim from, well, she used to sew my potholders for me.
That's right.
And then now she's doing her own work. And, well, you know her from the open houses, from her wallets and her bags. And, you know, maybe even from her Facebook page, which is what?
At Facebook, Farmhouse Buttons and Wool.
All right. All right. So Kim's going to be in the Bedlam Farm open house, and she's going to talk a little bit about the wallets that she's making, which is something new, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's kind of a theme, or I came up with this idea one day that they were my hieroglyphics. That they're kind of things that I doodle when I'm kind of just sitting around. So to show kind of how I had an idea that I wanted to do something with graduated colors, and the initial idea was some little things like this that would kind of graduate in colors as I went, and I just kept drawing them and drawing them until finally this is the final idea that I like. So that's kind of going to be my guideline for what I'm doing.
Okay, so how do you start doing this then?
Well, I had to pick out my colors that I wanted to use, and I decided to go with green in the middle, and then that would bring the other colors together. And then as I look at my drawing, I just start doing a straight stitch, an embroidery straight stitch. So, I don't have anything drawn on my fabric. I just kind of do it in the way I would doodle on some paper, more or less. Now,
so it's very kind of intuitive. Then.
Right.
I mean, you have an idea, but then you...
And I have an idea, but I'm just, as to where it's going to be placed and how it's really going to all look is, you know... in the final end. I have my fabric cut out, and this is measured. This would be the front panel where the embroidery goes. So as I'll just leave that one. I started with the second to the lightest color, thinking the lightest one would go in the middle. And when you use embroidery floss, you usually split it into threes. There's 6 strands, and you always split it into 3. So what I'm going to do now is I really want my lightest color in the middle. So it was just easier for me to do the middle section after I had the next outer layer done. And I usually tie them, which is not a normal embroidery method.
You're going against the grain.
Right. I'm going against the grain. And this is my rock I got at a gem store that's supposed to help you be more creative.
Oh, perfect.
So I always have that set up.
And it's on Jane McMillan's pincushion.
It is on Jane's pincushion. So now I'm just going to make a little middle section. And I'm just going to kind of feel it out and see what feels right to me. Sometimes I take them out if it's not going in the right direction. Sometimes, you know, it's just a feel for the shape I want and what I really want it to look like.
And now so this new line of wallets is coming from what you're calling your hieroglyphics,
right?
Your doodles,
right?
And this is something you've been doing your whole
life.
I've
always doodled my whole life. When when you're on the phone and you just have a pen in your hand, and next thing you know, you're coloring or you're kind of making these little weird little. I've always done that, and it just finally came to me one day that that's kind of what I was doing. It's my own kind of language, I guess, of how you know,
visual language,
right? So there's the lighter color in there, and then the next one will be a little bit darker, and then right to the darker one.
Boy, it looks pretty already. I can imagine it.
Yeah. And then, then I'm going to do the purples and the blues, which will the green kind of brings those two colors together, I think.
Do you have a finished wallet that you could show us?
I do.
That so we can have an idea of what this is going to evolve into.
Right. Actually, I have a few.
Ah. Oh, you have many more than the last time you showed me what you
Well,
had.
this one actually is left from last year.
Oh, I remember that.
And I like that one. I think I love the buttons and I love the colors.
I know, those are your colors.
And that was one that I finished not too long ago. This is a newer one.
Oh, look how pretty. Oh, that purple is...
Yeah, I like the purple. I like the sun. You know, it kind of made me...
squiggly lines.
I'm thinking of spring. And then this one came about because I saw the... I've had that button for a long time. And then with spring, I love red bud trees, so that's kind of my red bud.
That's really lovely, Kim.
Yeah, I like that
really
one. That's
beautiful.
one of my favorites.
Wow. So, listen, we have to go because time is up. But thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we're looking forward to having you.
Yeah, I hope to see everybody.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.